Alright, so like I said, the Spanish are no longer a factor, but the French have lost some of their colonies in Latin America at this point in the 1800s. 1880. The British have lost some of their colonies by 1880. The Germans want to get in on the action. The country of the Netherlands, the Belgians, they want to get in on the action. What I'm talking about when I say action is they want their own empires. You were kind of embarrassed if you were from a country that didn't have an empire. The only place left on earth where the Europeans had not basically tried to colonize and conquer and take over was, you guessed it, Africa. This giant continent that was right under their noses the whole time, that they've been trying to go around all this time. They finally figured out, hold on a second, there's a lot of junk in Africa, like gold and rubber and elephant tusks and all kinds of stuff. It's very, very, very valuable. There's a lot of natural resources in Africa, and we ought to go there, and we ought to have part of our empire in Africa. This period of time, from 1880 to about 1900, is called the Scramble for Africa. The Scramble for Africa is a bad, bad news. Here's what happens. The European powers like Germany and Belgium and the Netherlands and the United Kingdom and France, they all go down, they send their armies down into Africa to try to take over bunches, big old pieces of land. So what? So that they can get the natural resources off of the land, send them back home and become wealthy. They're all scrambling, trying to gobble up pieces of Africa, and in their struggle to try to scramble up pieces of Africa, they start bumping into each other and getting in fights in Africa and trying to take African land away from each other. Here are the Europeans fighting over Africa in Africa. Well, the smaller countries like the Netherlands and Belgium, they realized that, look, hey, if we get in a war with, say, the United Kingdom, they're going to clean our clock. They have a bigger army, a badder army, a more organized army, and we just can't do that. So we've got to get in some sort of partnership with a bigger, stronger country, I don't know, like, say, Germany, and we need to make an alliance with them. Well, as soon as one country starts making an alliance, then another country has the same idea. And before you know it, before about 1912, 1913, every country in Europe has an alliance with another country that says something like this: if we are attacked by this country, then you will protect us. And if you are attacked by that country, then I will come to your rescue. This really, really spells bad news for Europe, because in 1914, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, who was from the Austro-Hungarian Empire, is down in one of his colonies, one of the colonies that his country owned. The people of that country did not want to be owned, quote unquote, by Austria-Hungary. They wanted to be independent. And somebody from the crowd in Serbia reaches out and assassinates the Archduke and his wife. What do you think happens? All of those alliances come into play. It's as if Serbia has attacked Austria-Hungary. Well, if that happens, they've already got it set up. That if Austria-Hungary is attacked by Serbia, they're going to be protected by the Germans. And then the Germans have to declare war on the French, and the French have to declare war on the Germans. And then the United Kingdom and the British have to declare war on the Germans and the Austrians. And before you know it, just a few weeks later, all of Europe is in war. And they called it the Great War. This is World War I. It started in 1914. So what are the causes? One cause was the scramble for Africa. Another cause was European alliances. And the final cause was the assassination of, Archduke Franz Ferdinand. So if you want to take those down, it goes like this. The scramble for Africa, and now you know what that means, and why it was kind of bad. The scramble for Africa, European alliances, and I'm just going to say Euro alliances. Y'all, these are long-term causes. And then the short-term cause is the assassination the assassination of Archduke, not Archduke, Duke Franz, I love his name, Ferdinand.